begins tonight at sundown. So to help us out with some of the traditional dishes for the holiday is the owner of Finesse Cuisine, John. Well, thank you so much, John, for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
This is always, educational for me, and I'm sure our audience as well. And you don't have to be Jewish to enjoy good food, so there you have it.
Yeah,
it's a twofer.
Transcends every religion.
But tell me what you have here.
We have a traditional Seder plate. It's essential to every Passover meal, and each of the items symbolizes something that had to do with the exodus and the flight of the Israelites from Egypt.
So, for example, what does this symbolize?
So the roasted egg, it's the traditional mourner's food. We have haroset, which is actually a really tasty, sweet combination of apples, pears, fruit, cinnamon, and sugar, and it represents the mortar that the Jews used when they were building the pyramids. We have bitter herbs and salt water to commemorate the bitterness and the tears that were shed. And then the shank bone represents the mighty arm of God.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. And you also told me that you can't have Passover without a matzah chicken.
Yeah, every good Jewish meal has to start off with a wonderful chicken soup, and we have Caterer, matzah. You know, Passover is the time where the Jews were fleeing, and they didn't have time to let their bread rise. They didn't bring their yeast, but we actually made a matzah ball soup.
Now, I've always been told if you want to get over a cold, this is the thing that you have to have. Chicken noodle soup, matzah chicken noodle soup. Is that true?
It's got great nutrients, and it's got a wonderful aroma and a salty taste.
Can I taste it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll just taste a little off. Here, it looks delicious. And then what else do you have for me here?
Well, a traditional egg noodle kugel, which is really easy. You can put your kids to work on this.
Now, help me say this. Kugel? What is kugel?
Kugel. It's the word for it. It's an egg noodle.
Egg noodle
dish.
kugel. Okay.
A little sour cream, ricotta cheese. Again, your cinnamon and sugar. Bake it. Let it sit. It's great with a little sour cream.
And real quick, we're going to move on to this. So this is our matzah Passover dessert. Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to take some matzah, and if you want to do this,
I'll do it.
We're going to make a little chocolate sandwich. We'll go ahead and pipe some of that on there.
Okay. Now, matzah in itself has really no taste. This is plain.
You can dress it up with egg and onion and give it some flavor, some salt and herbs. This is good. And this is a really fun, crispy, crunchy, guilty pleasure. Drizzle a little bit of
You're making me
caramel.
feel guilty the way you say it, okay? A little caramel on top there.
Yeah, and if you want a little bit of,
coconut,
some nuts.
Now, see, I like this because, of course, kids loving sweet, and I have the palate of a child. You want something sweet and tasty, and this works out perfectly.
Exactly, and the kids can make this while Bubby's making the Seder dinner and keep
Well, I also think it's cool if your children have friends who aren't Jewish, have them over and try something like this as an introduction. And they can make it together.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, for more information, go to our website, myfoxchicago.com. Click on the morning news and have a nice little recipe there.
Ah, great. That's good.
And my Jewish name, in Hebrew, my name is?
Tamar. And we'll call you Shayna for pretty face.
Wow. Let's give you the chocolate.
He's married.
And
Boy, you're lucky, lady.
There you go.
There you have it.
Yes, it is Passover.
He can cook and he's nice.
All right.